everyone, welcome back to the module at of Filter Founder Conference. And first of all, congratulations to all of you because you have reached the last module of this entire course. So now this module is special because till now we have talked about ideas, program, solution, business model, and execution. But today we will talk about the most important part of any startup, the customer, because no matter how good your product is, no matter how strong your technology is, if you don't have customer, you don't have a business. So you have only an idea. Now the module, the name itself is finding your first customer and creating the clarity, adapt to agriculture, go to market reality. And let me tell you something very clearly, agriculture is not like the normal market. In agriculture, people don't buy quickly, they don't trust easily because for the farmer, one wrong pesticide, one wrong seed, one wrong advice can destroy the entire crop. So here's just selling. Here's just selling just is not about the market. Selling is about the trust. What I want to say. So here, selling is not about the marketing. Selling is about the trust. So there is why this slide has two lines: trust first, ground up growth. Because in agriculture, growth is not built from the advertisements. It is built from the relationship, it is built from the results, it is built from the one farmer telling another farmer. That we call in simple language organic growth. And there is a real growth engine, and there is why agriculture startup scale in a different way. So they don't go for from 0 to 1 million users. They go from 5 to 20, 20 to 100. So one village at a one time, one cluster at a one time, one district at a one time. So slow growth, but strong growth. So in this module, I'll teach you exactly where to find your first customer, how to approach them, how to build trust quickly, how to get your first sales without big investment, and how to create repeat customer in agriculture. Because once you win the trust in agriculture, you don't just get customer, you get community of their people. So let's begin this module of this course, the module 8, finding your first customer. So welcome you all again. Most founders believe that first I build the product, then customer will come. But agriculture does not work like this. In agriculture, farmer thinks first I need to trust you, then I will even listen to your product as well. So sequence is like this: trust, trial, result, repeat, and recommendation, not the product first. And the last line is very important. Trust is built on ground, not online. Because farmer trust what they see in real life, not what they read on internet. So now listen me carefully. Most founder think customer come after the product. They believe पहले प्रोडक्ट बना लेंगे फिर कस्टमर आ जाएगा. And honestly, that logic work in some industries, but in agriculture that is completely wrong because farmer don't buy product, farmer buy beliefs, and farmer buy confidence, farmer buy trust. Let me explain you with a simple example. What are these things? If imagine that if I'm selling a mobile phone, I can show you feature, camera, RAM storage, and the people will buy on the basis of that. But if I'm selling a seed or a pesticide or a soil solution, the farmer is not buying a product. The farmer is making a decision. They affect his crop, his income, his family, his entire season. One wrong decision, he can lose everything. So he will not ask, is your product is good? He will ask, can I trust you? So that is why customer come because of the trust. And here's the most important agricultural reality: trust is built on the ground, not online. You can run Facebook ads, you can make Instagram reels, you can build a website, but farmer will stay. ठीक है, पर कैसे यूज करना है, क्या है? So and the moment on farmer get result, then 10 farmers come automatically because agriculture runs on one thing: word of mouth. So if you are building an agriculture startup, your first job is not your product development. Your first job is trust development in the community with the farmer. So because when the trust is strong, customers don't just buy once, they repeat, they recommend, and they stay for years. Now, before go deeper into this module, I want to give you clarity because every module should have a promise. So let me tell you exactly what you will have by the end of this module. And trust me, if you will apply these all the techniques, You will not just feel motivated, you will actually get the result. So by the end of this module, you will have three things. First, your first paying customer. Not free trials, not friends, not relatives who say, हाँ भाई support करेंगे. I'm talking about the real customer who take out of money from their pocket. So, and they pay you because they see the value in your product or in your business. So, payment is the biggest proof of trust. If someone pays you, that means your startup is becoming real. Second, a repeatable approach. Most founders get their first customer by luck. They meet someone randomly, they convince them to buy, and it works. But then they cannot repeat again, and that's why growth stops. So in this module, we'll build a system, a method, a step-by-step approach that works, whether you are meeting a farmer, an FPO, a dealer, or any agri input shop owner. So you don't depend on luck, you don't depend on the process. So third thing that we are going to learn in this module is trust-based growth, because agriculture is not a market where ads create the customer. Agriculture is the market where result create the customer. Here growth happens like this. One farmer use your solution, he gets results, then he tells to the five more farmers, and those five farmers become your next customers. So we will build a trust engine where the trust lead to the sales, not the marketing hype. And that is why the outcome of this module is very clear, real market validation, not just followers, because followers don't build a business, customer do. So if you are serious about building an agriculture startup, this module is going to be the your turning point. Let's begin this module. I'm going to say something that is might hurtful for you, so but that is truth. But I will save your startup. That is my journey. Most founder thinks they have customers, but they don't. They only have supporters. Let me explain you. When you start your agriculture business, the first people who will show interest are usually your friend, your relatives, your neighbors. They will say, "We'll support you. Great idea." But here's truth: they are not your customer because they are supporting you, not buying your value. Similarly, many founders say, uh, 200 farmers are using my app, then people ask one simple question, are they paying? And suddenly there is silence because free users are not your customers, free users are only experiments. And the third category is the most dangerous and curious observation. People who keep asking questions, प्राइस क्या है, रिजल्ट कितना आएगा, कंपनी कौन सी है, एंड डेमो कब दोगे, बट दे नेवर बाय. They never buy, only customer, your time, they consume your time, not customer. They only consume your time. So these three categories, friend, family, free trials, users, or curious observers, are not your first customer. They are supportive, but they are not gonna to scale your business too much. Now let's talk about who is your real first customer are. Real first customer have three qualities. Number one, they pay even a small amount because payment is not about money. Payment is about the seriousness. Even if farmer pays 100 rupees, it means he trusts you. And number two, they use the product not just to talk about it, they actually apply it in field, or they spray it, they sow it, and they follow your advice because agriculture is not theory, agriculture is practice. Number three, they give honest feedback. No sweet feedback, no भैया है भाई kind of things, but real feedback like इसका रिजल्ट लेट आएगा, ये मेथड टफ है, प्राइस थोड़ा हाई है. That feedback is God because it improves your product and business model. And remember this one line, pain validation equals to the payment. If their pain is real, they will pay. If they are not paying, either the pain is not big or your solution is not valuable enough. And finally, the agriculture reality and agriculture proximity is the more powerful than the marketing. Farmer don't buy it from the best ad, farmer buy from the person they can meet, the person who come to farm, the person who stand in their field. So don't chase followers, don't chase attention, chase your first real paying customer because there is the beginning of the real startup. So I want to give you a success mantra in this course so they can work for you. Start small, go deep. There may be a bit of noise from the my side because in every module I have been saying this line from the very long time. So you have to neglect that the voice comes from the my background. So just focus on the content. Okay. So I want to give you success mantra. They can work for you definitely. Start small, go deep because in agriculture, your first customers are not found in a spreadsheet. They are found on a farm, in mandis, in village. And if you are try to sell everywhere, you will end up selling nowhere. So, what kind of study that can you follow from my side? I'm gonna teach you. Uh, One village dominate. First, you dominate to one village. So, dominate one geography. Don't think about 10 districts, think about one place. If you can show impact in one place, higher yield, lower cost, better clarity, that village become your proof of concept. And trust me, in agriculture, credibility spreads faster than any market can bend. So one cluster, like we already discussed, one will first we'll cover the one village. Then you can approach for the second, you can try this second strategy as well. So one cluster, focus on the one cluster of the interconnected farmer. Why? Because farmer talk. If one farmer sees result, five others will ask. That cluster become your battleground at the point. So, and once you win, their expansion become natural, not forced. In studies 3, you can go for one crop. Don't try to solve everything. Pick one crop, one value chain. Maybe it's wheat, maybe it's soybeans. Build expertise there. Farmers expect that. If you can prove you understand their crop better than anyone else, they will trust you with the next crop too. And fourth study that you can go for one season. Prove your model in a one cycle. Agriculture run on seasons. If you can show result in a one season, Kharif or Rabi, whether which one is the season is, you earn the right to scale year round. Don't trust. One successful season is worth more than 10 failed experiments. Not failed experiment I'm talking about. Clarity means answering one simple question: why should that farmer buy your product? It is saving their cost, it is saving your time, it is saving the yield as well. If you can answer that these lines, you have clarity and what you can convert uh, your conversation into the customer. So don't chase with weights, chase with the depth. Strong adoption in a small area creates the credibility, and credibility is the currency of agriculture startup. When you win one village, one cluster, one season, you have found your first customer, and that is when your startup stop being become an idea and become a movement where you get the paying customer. Friends, here's the truth. Farmers don't trust ads, they trust people. And when you are starting out, you are unknown. Nobody knows your product, nobody knows your startup. So, how do you break in? You borrow trust before you build it. So, first, we'll talk about the reality of trust in agriculture. Credibility does not come from the Facebook ad, a glossy voucher. It comes from the voice farmer already respected. So they could be a progressive farmer in the village, a local input dealer, and FPO leaders as well, an expansion workers, or even a village influencer. These are the people farmer listen regularly. Their word is your entry ticket. Second, you can go for borrowing trust. Story driven, like imagine you walk into village with your new soil testing solution. Farmer look at you and think, who is this person, why should I trust them? But if the local input dealer says, I have been seeing this, it works, suddenly the door opens for you. You did not build trust, but you borrowed it from someone. So and that's how you get your first customers. Number third, strategy. One campaign, your job is uh, one campaign mean what? Your job is not to convince everyone. Your job is to identify one local champion, one person whose word carries a lot of weight. Win them over, show them result, earn their respect, and once they vote for you, the rest of the community follows automatically to them. So that's how the adoption spreads in agriculture. Four, you can go for the clarity and punchline. Clarity here means knowing exactly whose trust you need to borrow first. Don't waste energy trying to convince the entire village. Focus on the one person who influences the rest of the community because in agriculture, trust is not built in isolation, it is built in the network. So remember, before you build trust, borrow it. Farmer trust people, not ads. Find your champion, earn their word, and let that the word open the doors for you. That's how you go from being unknown to being unstoppable. Friends, let's be honest, hard selling fails in agriculture. Farmers don't buy promises, they buy proofs. If you want your first customer, you have to stop selling and starting showing. Demonstrate values. Don't just explain your product, set up demo plot. Let farmers see the difference with their own eyes. In agriculture, demo plot is worth more than the thousand of PowerPoint slides. So result to them, number on the spreadsheet don't convince, visuals do. Show them the before and the after. Show them the healthier crop and the reduced input cost and improved yield. When they see results, they believe. Share the real stories. Neighbor trust the neighbors. If one farmer in the village succeeds with your solution, that story travels faster than any advertisement. Capture those stories, share them, let the community talk. Let users talk. Your happiest customers are your best sales team. Step back, let them speak. When a farmer says, I tried this, it worked, that means a powerful than any pitch you are going to sell in front of any of your customer or any farmer. Here means knowing that your role is not to push, but to proof. Big promises always. And when proof is visible, trust follow. And when the trust follow, the customer automatically come. So don't say, don't promise, prove in agriculture. Adoption spreads through the evidence, not the persuasion. So, and when your product speak for itself, you don't need to sell. The farmer will sell it to for others or for yours as well. So what is this? You have found your first customer. Now comes the most delicate part, the first sales conversation. And here's the golden rule, honestly beats the hype. Farmers don't want jargons, they don't want promises, they want reality. So be honest. No fake claims. Don't say your solution will double their yield in one season. If it would not, a farmer respect honestly more than the exaggeration. And when you admit what you don't know, you earn the trust. So keep it simple. No jargon. Don't throw technical terms that confuse. Speaks their language. Use examples they understand. If you can't explain your product in one line, you don't have clarity still. So be grounded. Base everything in reality. Say this is new, we are learning, this is what it can do today. That sentence alone builds the credibility because it shows humility, not the arrogance. And avoid this. Never oversell capabilities, never promises unrealistic timelines, never drown them in technical jargon because the moment farmers feel you are overselling, the conversation ends. What is the goal? Remember, the goal is not to quick wins. The goal is long-term customer in agriculture. Loyalty is built season by season. If you win their trust today, they'll stay with you for years till the end. So be honest, be simple, be grounded. Your first sales conversation are not about to closing the deal. They are just about opening the door relationship for the very long time. And when you earn long-term customer, you are not just selling, you are building a movement. So let's talk about the money. Pricing and payment because finding your first customer is not just about the convincing them to try, it is about convincing them to pay. And here's the reality how farmer respond to your price is as a feedback. It's not a rejection, it is an information. First, resistance. If they outright refuse to pay, there is a signal maybe your value is unclear. Maybe your price is higher than the benefit that they see. Don't take it personally, take it as a feedback, clarify your value, show them, prove, and adjust if it is needed. Delay. If they say come back in next week, that is not a type of rejection. That is a case flow reality. Agriculture runs on the harvest cycles. Farmers may want your product, but they can't pay until the crop is sold. So that's a feedback too. Maybe your terms are too rigid. Maybe you need to align with their cycle. Negotiation. If they haggle, that's actually the good news. It means Trust exists, but they want it, but the price is feels off. Negotiation is not rejection; it is an invasion, or it is an invitation to find the middle ground, iteration or iterate. So what you do, you adjust price, you adjust terms, you clarify value, and then you reset pricing. If pricing is not fixed in a stone, it is a loop. You earn, you adapt, you try it again. So here means knowing that every payment is a signal, is a feedback. Resistance means value clear, or delay means terms misaligned. Negotiation means trust exists, and your job is to listen, adapt, and improve. So don't fear pricing conversation, embrace them because every no, every comeback later. So every negotiation is not a failure, it is a signal. And if you listen to those signals, you will not only find your first customer, you will keep them. That's the reality of pricing, and that's how you build a startup that lasts longer. So now I want to leave you with the most powerful growth engine in agriculture: trust, word of mouth, because an agriculture ad does not scale trust, Dutch in that manner. So section one, we can talk about user into advocate. Your first customer are not just buyers; they are your future sales team. If you solve, if you solve their problem deeply, if you are available when they need it, if you follow up consistently, they don't just stay with you; they bring other people with them. So the trust engine cycle works like this: you deliver the excellence that build the trust. Trust create the testimonials equals to proof. Testimonials lead to the referrals equals to growth. Referrals bring new trials equals to acquisition. So and now new trials when successful become the repeat customer and retention, and the cycle continue. That's the trust engine works. Why this is matters in agriculture? One farmer word is strong, and any market campaign. So if one farmer says this work for me, 10 others will try. That's why your job is not just to sell, it is delivered to so well that your customer become your advocate. So here means knowing that growth does not come from the chasing strangers, it comes from the turning your first customer into a campaign. Sold deeply, be available, follow-ups, and let's trust compounds automatically, whether you are not present in front of them as well. Before we wrap up, let's talk about the mistakes, because the truth is most startups don't fail because of the bad ideas. They fail because of bad execution. And in agriculture, the wrong first step can close the door for you. Uh, don't do this. Here are some traps. Massive WhatsApp forwards. They feel spammy or not trustworthy. So premature digital ads, one of them. You are failing before providing. Over-promising results, farmer will test you, and if you fail once, trust is gone forever. Ignoring feedbacks, the fail is your lab. If you don't listen, you don't learn. Do this instead of all this. So what you should do actually, manual outreach to meet to the farmers person, local physical demo, so show the result. Don't tell them. Type feedback loop, listen, adapt, and improve. Build personal relationship, because in agriculture, relationship are the real distribution channel. Here means knowing that shortcuts don't work. You can't take the task. You can automate the credibility for the longer time. You earn it one conversation, one demo, one relationship at a time. So avoid the noise, focus on the ground, because the farmer who trusts you today will be or your advocate who grow your startup tomorrow. So, and that's how you avoid the mistakes and build the something that lasts longer. Here's the final truth: growth without the retention is illusion. Vanity metrics like clicks, downloads don't matter. What matters is validation. And validation comes from the three signals: repeat uses, referrals, and repayments. What is repeat uses? Ask yourself, are they using it more than once without you pushing them? Did they come back for a second for application? If yes, that's proof of value, because nobody repeats something that does not work. Referrals, are they bring their neighbors to see your demo plot? Did they tell someone else about you? In agriculture, referrals are the goal. If one farmer tells another, adoption spreads faster than any ad campaigns. Repayments, this is the ultimate validation. Will they open their wallet again? If Value clear enough to pay twice. First payment is the curiosity, second payment is the conviction. Review cadence, don't wait for a year to figure out. Do weekly field review, do monthly price check, and keep your feedback loop tight because early success is not about the scale, it's about the signals. So means knowing that early success is about how many people you reach, it's about how many came back again, how many referrals, how many paid again, and that's the validation and that's the transition. So for what vanity metrics, focus on validation because when the farmer use again, refer again, and pay again, don't just have customer, you have believe. And this, my friend, is the truth measure of early success, and that's how to go from field to founder. So fans, congratulations, you have completed the Field to Founder conference, and this is last module finding your first customer. It's just not about the ending this course, it's about the beginning of your journey as a market participant. The outcome, here's what you walk away with. Your first paying customer prove that your idea works and a repeatable acquisition approach, not just luck, but a process you can run again. A trust-based growth foundation because an agriculture trust is the only currency that we have. And real market validation, the world will tell you, yes, this has a value. So the transition, this is the moment you stop being a student of entrepreneurship and start being a participant in the market. So you are no longer just learning frameworks, you are applying them. You are no longer just imagining customers, you are serving them. So, and that's the real journey from field to founder conference or from idea to impact, from learning to leading. So because startup are not built in the classroom, they are built in the conversation in the field, in the trust, in the payments, in the referrals, and now you are ready to build your startup. So celebrate this milestone. You have completed this course, but more importantly, you have begun the journey and you are now the market participant. And from here, the founder journey truly begins. So thank you so much for listening until the end. And this course is end up here. If you have any of doubt, any of query, and any ambiguity, you just jot down your comment in the comment box. And after a few days, I'll pick up all the queries and I'll make the uh, what we can call it a feedback or any response video on that. And this is going to vary immensely. And if you like it, if you enjoy it, if you learn something out of this whole course, just let me know in the comment box. Thank you to listen till the end. Thank you so much to all.